Hey everyone! So I kind of wanted to start my musical discussion videos now, and just because I want to talk about musicals, and yeah. I also kind of just want to talk about something a little bit more happier because my last video was kind of negative, and while it's still my opinion and I still stand by my opinion, I got facts wrong, and I apologize for that, but I'm still sticking to my guns and saying that I still don't really like the book, but you know, if you love it, that's perfectly okay. I just, yeah. Anyway, this isn't about Harry Potter. This is about the musical Into the Woods. So I was introduced to this musical from one of my best friends, Britt, AG Acting Girl on YouTube. You can check out her channel below. She's amazing, and I seriously, she gets me into everything. Everything that is entertainment, she has gotten me into it. So, thank you, Britt. We're like two halves of the same person, I swear to God. So let's talk about Into the Woods. Into the Woods is a musical that was directed and written by Stephen Sondheim in, I believe, the 80s, but I know that the movie version, not the movie really, but like the filmed Broadway version that they released was made in 1990, so that was filmed then, but I'm pretty sure it started sometime in the 80s. Pretty sure. Again, if I get any facts wrong, I'm sorry, and you can correct me. Just, yeah. So, sorry. And I recently rewatched this musical on Netflix. That's where you can watch it. Go check it out. It is amazing. And I still loved it. I may have even loved it even more than I did the first time I saw it. Into the Woods is basically this, it's a cluster of different fairy tales, sort of, that kind of just get all mixed in together and have this really, really nice magical story. There's multiple characters from different fairy tales, like Little Red Riding Hood is in this, and her grandmother, not grandfather, wow, and the wolf, of course. Then you have Jack and his mother, Jack from Jack and the Beanstalk, by the way. You have the baker and the baker's wife, as well as the witch, who is played by the always amazing and wonderful Bernadette Peters. I love her to death. And then there's also the Cinderella storyline with Cinderella, her sisters, her stepmother, and the princes. Those are most of the main characters that makes up the cast. There are other characters as well, but they're like the main ones. And it's how all of their stories kind of interconnect, and it kind of shows you what it's like after Happily Ever After, which is amazing. I love that. Basically, the first act is like the Happily Ever After storyline, and then the second act is what happens after that. And let me just say, the second act, I was so surprised about the second act. I cried. I did not expect to cry in a fairy tale retelling story that's a musical. I did not expect that, and it was so good. Oh my god, the second act is amazing. Not that the first act isn't amazing, it is, but the second act is really where the musical shines, I think. This is one of the few musicals where I don't own the soundtrack, and honestly, I'm not too, picky about that, because the soundtrack isn't the best. I'll admit that. And it's not that the soundtrack's bad, it's just, I don't really get songs stuck in my head from the soundtrack. Honestly, the story is mostly why I love this musical, and just how it's told is amazing. That being said, I do love the opening title, or the opening song, sorry, and then I also love the Witch's Rap, and Agony is a great song as well, but other than those, I can't really think of very many that I really hung on to, honestly. So yeah. But the characters were so well developed, and the story was amazing, and how it was told was amazing, and just everything was just perfect about this musical. And I love the how they edited the musical. It was really interesting how they did that. They would take different scenes from different showings of the musical. They wouldn't just film one play version of the musical. They would film multiple ones and put in the best parts, and that was really, really well done, and it didn't really feel like that at all until Britt told me about that, so that was awesome. And yeah, my favorite characters, even though I love everyone in this musical, I think my favorites were the Witch, Red Riding Hood, and probably the wolf. I think those were my favorite and most memorable characters. I love Red Riding Hood because she made me laugh so hard. She was hilarious, and I love the witch. Again, Bernadette Peters is a goddess. She's amazing. It was so good, and everyone was so good, but those are probably my favorites. So yeah, this was a brilliant musical. I love it so much, and I want to talk about it. So let's talk about it in the comments or video responses below about how you guys felt about the musical, because I want to discuss this with people. This is one of the musicals that I think needs to be discussed, and it's so magical and wonderful, and I just love it so much. This really made me happy, actually, very happy. So I'm excited about these videos. I can't wait to talk about more musicals with you. So yeah, I hope you all like this. So I'll see you next time, hopefully with another video of some sort, probably a tag, because tags have been going around like crazy lately, and I need to get on doing those. So yeah, any hoozles, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.